I don't remember doing that. I guess I did. Oh, draft. Look at that. Definitely need to do some insulating there too. Wow. That's probably okay. Seems like it is. We'll clean all that caulk out. Probably put another scab right here, another 2x across here. That'd give us a good wide nailing surface or screws. Wide surface to put the screws in. So there it is.
Wasn't as bad as what we may have thought, right?
Nope. No, it wasn't. As I was working, when I would pause, I could hear a drip, water drip. And it's right here. It's this T. We've turned the water off now, but that T is leaking there on one end, so we're going to have to repair that. I think what happened when I was sawing with the Sawzall, I vibrated the floor joist, and you can see the plumber that done this originally wasn't me when we built the house. He's got that copper pipe all the way against the bottom of the floor joist, and that's not the way you want to do it. You want to hang it. He's got a hanger there, but I think when he fastened the other end wherever, he pulled it up there and it made it be against the bottom of that joist. But anyway, we gotta go get a fitting and fix that. So we're at a standstill right now until we get the fitting. About an hour later, there's the fix on the leaky water line. Those are called shark bite, I think, fittings or something like that, but you just push them on. They work on copper, plastic, and several materials, so hopefully that'll take care of that. And I've started to reframe here. Got me a nailer put on here for the subfloor. And I'm getting ready to put, here's another one here to span this rotted out joist. That one right there. And then I'm getting ready to put these two cross pieces. I'm also going to put some cross pieces here and over here, because I'm going to have to cut the subfloor in two pieces, because I want to put it up under the toilet flange, what's left of it. So I plan on cutting the first piece about maybe to here, to the wall. And then the second piece will lap around under it, or go around the flange. We'll cut a circle, or a 3/4 circle, and it'll slide up under it then. And I also have a metal repair flange that goes on top of that, so it should work. Next piece joins that piece, but got it all screwed down. I used 1.5" screws. That should work. Before I put this last piece of plywood down, I put glue under it and screws, and then around the edge where it meets the old plywood, I use some expandable foam. And I also sprayed foam at the bottom of the walls there around the edge. So I'm scraping it off, and then we're going to see if we can maybe put some cedar up in here today. For the corners of the room, before we put our cedar on the walls, we're cutting little 1.1/8 by 1.1/8 corners. They'll go on the inside corners of the room, up and down, and then the cedar will butt against it. And these are a couple of pieces that we've already ripped. We've got 3 more to do. We've got 5 inside corners, so that's what we're doing with this. This is one of the thicker pieces of cedar we have. It's 1.1/8 thick, so we're just making a square out of it. Set the fence at 1.1/8, and that way we end up with a square piece for a piece of trim.
Fired up the Campbell Haas-filled air compressor. It's built up to pressure, and now it's time to install the corner pieces that we cut 72 inches tall. All right, it's in.
Piece number 1.
All right, here's our first plank. Does it fit? Looks like it. Beautiful. Okay, it's time for the second board on this toilet and vanity wall, and we have the water pipe that we need to measure around. So we've got the board up. And what are you going to do?
Well, first I'll mark each side. We're clear. And then I'll just measure up. It's 1.25 inches. And I'll just cut. I try to make a little round top on it there, but it's going to get a decorative plate anyway, probably, that will cover it up. Okay, walking down to the woodworking shop to cut some more wall planks. We've got, you can see here, we've got probably 4 or 5 inches of snow. This is our 10th trip, maybe, I don't know. We've made several. Okay, back to work today on the rest of this wall, and we're working on this little wall between the door and the corner. And the way we did the two outlets, or the outlet and the switch, we knew that one of them would have to be cut in the center of the board, but we managed to find the right width bores to where the switch is just cut out of one board and it just sits on top of the other one, so that made a lot less cuts. Then we did have to cut the hole for the outlet in the center of that one. So one more board here. And then these little walls right here. And we put the old medicine cabinet up. New light switch with a dimmer and then a GFI outlet. We did put a corner here on the little wall here by the tub. And we did purposely select random widths of the boards where they meet in the corners so they wouldn't all be in a row. Next we're going to put some polyurethane on the black and the paintings, and that'll seal them. And after putting a coat of polyurethane on the wood, it really gives it a darker look. We kind of like that. You can see where I stopped right there. See the difference between the untreated and the polyurethane. I've done this wall, you can see the difference there, down to the bottom of the shelf. One thing I will mention, we tried a roller, put the polyurethane on. Didn't work. It was just too splotchy and too thick. We tried a foam brush, and this wood is so rough you just eat the foam brush up, so that didn't work. Here was a solution, just a regular old brush. Does a good job. That was a best thing to use for this. And here's a final look of the room after we put the polyurethane on. And over there on the sink drain, there's what we used. It's a water-based acrylic. And we basically just wanted something to seal the wood. It's still got a rough texture to it, but it's brought out a lot of the grain of the wood and the character. We really like that. That's all for part 3 of the bathroom remodel, and thanks for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, and we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel. Thanks.